We're back with Shadows of Doubt, and I'm just going to be picking up where I left off. Basically, I got to a point where I went into the crime scene. I figured out kind of who the victim is. Um, and currently, I suspect that I guess, boyfriend or like husband, I'm not sure who he is. Just yet, we'll have to investigate that. But I'm pretty sure that he's the killer because I found I found a few things. We'll review that as I go through. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so at the moment I've got quite a few pieces of evidence. I've got the fact that they were regulars at Jack Rabbit Burger, which is like a little restaurant. It's like McDonald's. Yeah, but basically the lady who was killed is Jia Ho, and I found Mohammed kind of walking outside of the building after the murder took place. So either he's going to have more information about who the killer was and kind of what he saw, or he is the killer. Now, I think he probably is the killer because, according to him, at 10 p.m., he saw kind of the murderer. Where is it now? Here we go. He claims to have seen the killer average build at 10 p.m. But if I look at his actual thing, just slightly over here, we'll see that he's average height and muscular, so he's kind of got like an average build, which is interesting. But yeah, we don't have any fingerprint details on him just yet, so we're going to get that next. I'm more than likely going to take a look at the city hall just to, just to see what we've got on the database about him, on the citizen database. But yeah, so we've got this lady who was killed. We have identified her fingerprints, and we can see there's two other sets, which is quite interesting because one set is probably going to be the police, but the other set is going to be the killer. I'm almost confident it's going to be this one that is the killer, AB, because I found this on the business card and the expended 8mm cartridge. And after investigating the body, I can see that she was hit by a 309 or a 8mm basically. But yeah, so we're gonna just quickly head back to the front here to the lounge. So here's the business card that I picked up, and then obviously I searched her body as well. And over here is the expended cartridge. So basically that's where I got all this evidence from. I just briefly investigated this room. The business card kind of says something about being like cutthroat and so forth. So it kind of makes me think that whoever killed her works with her. So I also picked up like her work schedule. I don't know where she works yet, but I know that she's a manager, and her like husband or boyfriend is also an office manager. So I'm not too sure where they work just yet. We've still got to investigate that, but so far we've got a bit of evidence to get started with. So that's basically where I left off. So now I'm going to explore the other room and see what we see. Yeah. Oh, what is that? What? Oh, put a pin in it. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna just scan that. So this might be cult related. Nothing here. No files. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that's the key to the house. Which I need. Trying to figure out how to get my porch. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Just come on. Let's see. Oh, saw something there. Okay, so his birthday is May 10th, apparently. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm using their computer just to see if there's like any, possibly email trails and so forth. But I'm gonna have to figure out the password to their account. So generally, well, sometimes their birthday, like a combination of their birth date or like the birth year and so forth, is their password. So I'm just gonna try. I know this guy is born on May 10th, according to the calendar. So I'm just gonna try like, just some combination. Legacy newbie. Okay, that's somebody that we... can investigate. Yeah. Okay, that's what they're on. That's what they're on again. Sixth of Feb. Okay. Well, that's interesting. What does that sound? That is very interesting. Okay, so I figured out her employment contract. So this is kind of supporting evidence. So I now know where she works, which is going to be Eleganza Technologies. Okay, so we've got that. Yep. Yep, okay, so that's fine. We know now where she works. Okay, and this is where he works. So he works at Blush and Partners. So he likely isn't the killer because the killer's motives seem to be driven from competition. So if I actually look at the business card, it says, didn't have what it takes, killed to get ahead, they must earn my respect. So more than likely he is not the killer. This guy, he's not the killer. Okay, doctor's prescription insulin. She's got diabetes, high blood pressure. Yeah, Daffield Ward. Okay, so got that as well. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then this as well, I just want to get his employer. Go over there. Tie that up. Do that. Okay. That was doctor's prescription. Optician's prescription. Okay, so this is for him. Okay, so that's not important evidence. Also not important evidence. However, let's just see the opticians. I can use that actually because if we read the last page here, it says, please arrange an appointment in branch to see our selection of spectacles. So basically what that means is that the person who runs this clinic knows them both and would have expected them to come back. Although I don't think he's the killer, so it's kind of pointless. Okay, landlord. So this piece of evidence that I have up here is actually pretty important because if we remember from the very beginning, there were kind of heel prints, I guess. Someone was wearing heels outside of their apartment and slightly inside of the apartment as well. Now, I lost most of those footprints as I kind of waited for the cops to exit and then I entered. Whoever was outside of their apartment is more than likely the killer because they were wearing stilettos or like high heels. And here in the tenancy agreement, and this is probably just stock standard for every person in this building, you're not allowed to wear stilettos or noise-making shoes in communal areas. So whoever this person was, they're from outside of the building, which more than likely means that whoever the killer is wearing high heels. Now, obviously, in this game, that's going to be a female, so I'm looking for a female suspect. So more than likely, the killer is going to be from outside of this building. Go. I'm looking for this one. Okay, so these are more than likely going to be irrelevant. I'll place them over there. And now I need to start reconfiguring these. So more than likely, the killer is going to be a woman who lives outside of this building, as we've seen with the, the stilettos. Like we've got the two different lease agreements, which both basically says that no one's allowed to wear heels in this building. Now we've seen that there were heels outside of the apartment just after the murder took place. So more than likely, it's going to be a woman who lives outside of this building. So just a note for future reference, do not make your birthday, or do not make your passwords your birthdays, because it's very easy to guess. So this email that I'm printing isn't really a piece of evidence, but I've come across like crazy cultists before. Um, like sometimes you'll follow like this case down this entire path, and you'll be like, okay, well, he was cheating on her, and obviously the other woman got jealous and murdered her and so forth. But then it turns out that it was actually just some random cultist who, some guy just went crazy after drinking too much starch cola, and decided to just shoot somebody up or something. So I'm just going to take it as like some secondary evidence just in case. Okay, we've got our email, which is fantastic. Yep, nope, do not get rid of that. Okay, there we go. So we've got our email, we got our phone. So we know all of this. Telephone 468. Okay, that's the next thing I need to find is our address book. Okay, we want to now look at the boyfriend. 1945 as well. I doubt it's going to work twice in a row. Yeah. So 0510. I already tried that. And I tried 05. Uh, okay, no dice. That sucks. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything there. Let's investigate the rest of this room. So here we go, right? So right here we've got the heel prints on the floor right in front of me, and we've got this tenancy agreement which says the tenant agrees to not wear stilettos or noise-making shoes in communal areas. Now, obviously, the communal area is like any area that you know, just regular people can like walk around in and so forth. And we actually did see those stiletto prints outside. So more than likely, the killer is a woman who was jealous of the victim, and we can actually see the stilettos here in the room. Now, I do just want to go back and just check the victim's body just to make sure that she wasn't wearing any stilettos. I do just want to check the victim quick just to make sure. Okay, so she was not wearing stilettos. I am not sure if I can take a film of her footprint. I don't think so. No. Yeah, but she was not wearing stilettos. She was wearing sneakers. So the killer was definitely female. Okay, there we go. There is his passcode. Beautiful. So 6627. Just gonna snoop on his emails quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he was definitely cheating on her. And the killer is more than likely going to be her, Lexi Newby. So we know that he was cheating on her. Well, we very strongly suspect that he was cheating on her. We've got email evidence and so forth, but we suspect that he was cheating on her, and the killer knew both Mohammed and the lady who was killed, the victim, Gia. So more than likely, it's going to be the case that it's Lexi Newby, because that's who he wanted to meet at a hotel. So I'm going to go and investigate her, but I'm just going to finish up reading through his emails as well. I don't want to jump the gun, like just get as much evidence as we can. Okay, so this says that there's a reservation for Sunday, um, uh, kind of 6:30, 18:30 military time. This basically says that there is a reservation open for this guy and potentially his date. We actually don't know. It could be for Gia, but we suspect now, of course, that it's for his kind of secret lover. Yeah, this is Sunday, so more than likely it's going to be in the future, but it is entirely possible that it's already happened. So I'm going to spend kind of the next day, Saturday, just investigating, seeing what I can dig up, and then if I remember, which I may completely forget, to be honest, but if I remember, then I'll head over to this cafe and kind of ask them questions, see if they meet up there. And yeah, I can't arrest them on site because I don't have enough evidence, but I might also just completely skip going to this cafe and break into her house to investigate. Because then I know that around that time she won't be at home. There should be nobody at home, but it's also entirely possible that she has a partner who is going to be at home and so forth. Anyway, so I'm just going to break into her house when she's not there. And yeah, we'll see what happens.